Hello, beautiful, lightful souls. I want to talk about healing today, especially theta healing. I am so blessed to have Dr. Allison Snowden as a friend and as a facilitator. She is just an amazing theta healer teacher. I've loved the weekends of studying this modality with her, and I recommend it because not only are you learning this healing modality, but you get to work on yourself and that healing process. And one of the things she said that makes a lot of sense to me is you can't manifest from unhealed trauma. So many of us get frustrated with manifestation theories and the idea of think positive thoughts. Well, how can you if you have a lot of trauma? You have to address and love that trauma, heal it, and really get it out of your system and change those programs. And that can be hard work, and it can be loving, joyful work too. And that's what theta healing showed me, is that it can speed up healing. So I recommend it if you're going through a tough moment in time. And typically it takes you, a certain amount of time to get through a disappointment or something in life that is challenging. Then try theta healing at the beginning of it and see if it speeds that healing process. Because we don't call this theta healed. And when I read the book, Angels in the OR, what Dying taught me about healing, survival, and transformation, it wasn't what it taught me about being healed. There were things that I learned about healing, mainly in that presence of that unconditional love of God. I learned that I didn't take any of this pain, any of what hurt so much, abuse and being bullied, traumatized in life, really just having a tough go of it, the early years of my life. And I just felt like that wasn't important. I was loved as I am, that my true being deserved love. We all do. And that's where we find healing. So why do we create certain situations in life? Well, sometimes we are just so traumatized that we're almost addicted, or we have certain patterns that just keep rolling through our heads. And one for me is that I'm working on releasing. So I'll give some downloads at the end of this, creating battle. And, I know that, there's some beauty to standing up for young, vulnerable people. And there's beauty in creating boundaries, so that people aren't harmed. And there's an importance to standing up for oneself. But hey, it's nice to avoid it too. And that's what I'd like to do moving forward, is really just be in a greater bubble of light and avoid some chaos by just seeing it earlier. I think when you grow up in trauma, you have a higher tolerance for bad behavior in people around you. It just seems normal. And so then you get to a point where you've done your healing work and you're like, ooh, or you get to a point where you're deeply sabotaged in business or romance or friendship or anything. And it's shocking. So part of the reason why I took a break from YouTube is just I had to do some healing around some recent sabotage, and I had to report someone to his company and make police reports. And, I don't understand why sometimes men think that they have the right to dominate women, whether it's in business or whether it's in relationships. But that isn't right. There's repercussions for that kind of behavior, but then there's also repercussions for standing up for yourself. And so wouldn't it be so much nicer not to have to go to battle, but to just live in a flow of love? And I know that maybe that's naive, to wish that all of life could just be easier. Maybe what we have to do is just have better skills of getting through these moments and releasing them quicker, and doing what we can to avoid them and learn from these moments and times. And also to put out into the world, I never think it's too late for healing. You don't have to go to an abuser and heal that person, but you can put out into the world, hey, I hope someone else meets you with unconditional love and helps you heal. That is my wish for all human beings. That is my truth, that we're always evolving and always moving towards greater freedom from pain, greater freedom from the past, releasing programs and evolving. And I believe we're seeing it happen in younger generations. I love to see that this knowledge is filtering through to teenagers to young adults, and that young children are coming in with so much light and potential, and it's just beautiful to see. So I would like to remind everyone, if you would, that since I'm like creating battle at times or just encountering it because of what I say and what I'm trying to push forward in this world, and sometimes it's just met with battle. I really appreciate your support, and it's not like I make much money from the book, but if you would, and the Amazon reviews, if you haven't written a review for the book, I'd love it if you did. But if you have, just the popular reviews that are positive, if you could just click, like on those, because I've noticed that maybe this person told a lot of his friends to write bad reviews or just click on, certain negative reviews to damage me in some way, because it was, the timing was just around that time, and it hurts to just be someone who is so frequently encountering battles. So on that note, let's clear it. Let's clear it of me. Let's clear it if that's an issue for you. But we're also going to do many other clearings and really just a download to experience living life without these types of situations, living life without drama, living life without fear, without doubt. So I'll give a download of several of these, and all you have to do is just kind of nod internally. You can close your eyes, and you should close your eyes, and I'll lead you through a quick meditation and take you up to that unconditional love of God, and then read some downloads and hopefully just create more space within you. And if you're triggered by any of these and you think not possible, nope, 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 not, resistant, that might be an area where you need to do some work. And I'd love to meet you in a Theta healing appointment, or I totally recommend Dr. Allison Snowden and people she has taught as well. So there are lots of Theta healers out there, but this isn't clearing too much of old programs. This is more just like teaching you, the download is teaching you how to live without certain states of being, just so that you can remember it at different times and just manifest differently. So I have much compassion for my fellow human beings who have been frustrated with manifestation and positive thinking. And I'm really just always pushing you towards, even within yourself, giving this to Creator, to God, to just say, hey, teach me how to be different. Teach me how to experience life differently. Teach me how to experience a different way of being. But if you would, close your eyes and take a really deep breath and let all the stress of your week and the past month go. You might begin to feel some of the beautiful Mother Earth energy coming up through your feet and just granting your whole body deeper peace, awareness of what it is like to be in this body, embodied right here, right now. I just send your entire body love for carrying you through this world, for putting up with the abuse you sometimes give it, and just send it love. And then when you're ready, imagine your crown chakra opening up like a flower and just receiving an immense download of beautiful unconditional love. This unconditional love begins to heal your brain, deepen your connection to your third eye, washing away doubt and fear, granting you greater peace. And as this light travels through you, you might imagine it removing blocks, healing wounds, granting you more space to speak, not be silenced. And as this light hits your heart, just accept this love into your heart. Let it heal any wounds. Then send this love out to your vicinity, in your neighborhood, your city. And as the light travels through the rest of your body, just feel that spirit world merging with the physical world. It's really a deepening of the process of being here. When you're ready, imagine traveling up through that crown chakra and seeing this love spread to your city, your state, your country, the world, then get farther and farther away through the cosmos, through this realm of deep compassion and love. Just feel all that compassion for you and for everyone, every living being. And then go higher and higher into that realm of absolute bliss and unconditional love, creator, divinity. Just accept this love into your spirit body, into your physical body. Let it animate you, let it live through you. And just stay in a relaxed state. And I'm going to read some downloads to you. And if you want these downloads, you can just internally nod yes, and you might just say them in your head as I read them. Dear creator of all that is, I know what it feels like to live my life without doubt. Teach me what it feels like to live my life without doubt. Teach me that it's possible to live without doubt, and teach me the perspective of the creator of all that is. Download this now on all levels. And dear creator of all that is, from the seventh plane of existence, from that beautiful realm of unconditional love, teach me what it is like to live without resentment. I understand what it feels like to live without resentment. I know how to live my life without resentment. I know that it's possible to live my life without resentment. Dear creator of all that is, teach me how to live my life and what it feels like to live without creating battle. I know how to live my life without creating battle. I know how to experience life without battle, without creating battle. I know it is possible for me to live my life without creating battle on all levels. Dear creator of all that is, teach me what it feels like to live my life without disappointment. I know how to live my life without disappointment on all levels. Teach me that it's possible to live my life without disappointment. Dear creator of all that is, teach me what it is like to live my life without drama and chaos on all levels. I know what it is like to live without drama and chaos. I know it is possible to live without drama and chaos. Dear creator of all that is, teach me what it feels like to live my life without being impatient. I know what it is like to live life without being impatient. I know it is possible to live life without impatience. And if you want to just accept this group and just accept that Creator is downloading you the ability to live your life without these states of being, it's done, it's done, it's done on all levels and all times. And now I'm going to give you a download of some states of being that are a little bit different. You might close your eyes, come back to that place of peace and joy. And in this group of downloads, these are positive states. So just imagine these positive states pushing out some negative states of being and giving you more room to experience positivity. Dear creator of all that is, I understand what it feels like to have acceptance. I know when to have acceptance. I know how to have acceptance. I know how to live my daily life with acceptance. I do have acceptance. I know it is possible to accept myself fully. Achievement, dear creator of all that is from the seventh plane of existence, give us all the download of I understand what it feels like to achieve. I know when to achieve. I know how to achieve. I know how to live my daily life achieving. I know the perspective of achievement through the creator of all that is. Balance, dear creator of all that is, give us the download of I understand the definition of balance through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to be balanced. I know how to be balanced. I know how to live my life in balance. I know it's possible to be balanced. I know the perspective of balance through the creator of all that is. Cherished. I understand the definition of being cherished through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to be cherished. I know how to be cherished. I live my life daily feeling cherished. I know the perspective of being cherished through the creator of all that is. I do cherish myself. I know it is possible to be cherished. Cooperation. I understand the definition of cooperation through the creator of all that is through the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to be cooperative. I know what cooperation is. I know when to be cooperative. I live my daily life in cooperation. I am cooperative. Common sense. I understand the definition of common sense through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to have common sense. I know when to have common sense. I know how to have common sense. I know how to live my daily life with common sense. I know the perspective of common sense through the creator of all that is. I know it's possible to have common sense. I have common sense. Confidence. I understand the definition of confidence through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to be confident. I know when to be confident. I know how to be confident. I know how to live my daily life in confidence. I know the perspective of confidence through the creator of all that is. I know it is possible to be confident. I am confident. Clairvoyance. I understand the definition of seeing clairvoyantly through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to see clairvoyantly. I know when to see clairvoyantly. I know how to see clairvoyantly. I know how to live my daily life seeing clairvoyantly. I know the perspective of clairvoyance through the creator of all that is. I know it's possible to see clairvoyantly. I know how to balance this clairvoyance and when to turn it on and when to turn it off. I am clairvoyant. There are many downloads I could give you, but I'm just going to give you a couple more. Grateful. I understand the definition of gratefulness through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to be grateful to others and to God. I know when to be grateful. Know how to be grateful. I know how to live my daily life in gratitude. I know the perspective of gratefulness through the creator of all that is. I know it is possible to be grateful. I am grateful. Impervious. I understand the definition of being impervious to doubt through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to be impervious to doubt. I know how to be impervious to doubt. I know how to live my daily life impervious to doubt. I know the perspective of being impervious to doubt through the creator of all that is. I know it is possible to be impervious to doubt. Instant healing. I understand the definition of an instant healing through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to witness an instant healing. I know how to witness an instant healing. I know the perspective of an instant healing through the creator of all that is, and I know it is possible to witness a creator's instant healing in myself and in others. I have instant healings and I witness them. Intuition. I understand the definition of true intuition through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to trust my intuition. I know when to trust my intuition. I know how to trust my intuition. I know how to live my daily life trusting my intuition. I know it is possible to trust my intuition. I am intuitive. And the last one is joy. I understand the definition of joy through the creator of all that is from the seventh plane. I understand what it feels like to have joy. I know how to have joy. I know how to live my daily life in joy. I know the perspective of joy through the creator of all that is. I know it is possible to have joy. I am joyful. And if you would like to just accept these, then simply accept them into your being in all levels and all times, and just say, it is done, it is done, it is done. These downloads do not mean that you won't still have to work on these areas, but it gives you greater space to experience more of this in your life. But thank you for listening. May you be blessed.